Even before the first Earth Day, there was The Silent Spring, author Rachel Carson's look-ahead look at an ecologically damaged world. Quote, "There was a strange stillness," she wrote. The birds, for example, where had they gone? It was a spring without voices. Something like that terrifying vision happened to the bluebirds in the Carolina countryside. But now the bluebirds are back by the thousands, thanks to one man's caring. Bob McNamara reports on this symbol of hope 20 years after Earth Day.
The birds of Bailey, North Carolina. The warblers, the robins, the wrens. But none as sacred to this place as this one, the bluebird.
You get hooked on it. You just can't help it. And on a rainy day, a bluebird's pretty.
In the last 3 years, we've almost had a bluebird explosion.
But in the pines of this sleepy tobacco town, it wasn't always that way. For decades, a bluebird was seldom seen here, until something dawned on one man.
The sound of the bluebird. It's the beauty of the song. There's no other bird that has a beautiful melody that the bluebird has.
For 18 years now, saving the bluebird has been the mission of a man named Finch, Jack Finch, the founder of the nonprofit Homes for Bluebirds, the makers of tens of thousands of bluebird houses, nests that have brought the birds back to the Carolina countryside, to the towns of Kentucky, Tennessee, and far beyond.
In this day and time, we're so busy living that we don't take time for these little things in life, which are very beneficial to help us keep us out of the bug house.
Today, with the morning mail and by phone.
Hello?
The calls for bluebird boxes come most every day.
Well, this is Jack Finch.
Desma Perry, now close to building her 20,000th birdhouse, a job she took 5 years ago, thinking she'd be out of work in weeks.
I thought we would, but I don't know. The more we do, the more they won't.
Let's all go out here in the yard. And if
now, like pilgrims, come tour groups to Jack Finch's place. Nesting time, the best show in town.
You just get a feeling of elation when you see those eggs.
Oh, aren't they pretty? Look at Letty. They look like bluebirds.
It was here deep in tobacco land that Jack Finch discovered tobacco barns killed millions of bluebirds. The smokestacks, outdated now, lured the birds to their death.
We must have got close to 2.5 million bluebirds when we didn't have any bluebirds at all. It just wiped them out completely.
A licensed bluebird lover, Jack Finch, 73 years old, claims no credit for restoring the bluebird, makes no profit for his work. His satisfaction is seeing another generation come to life, another visitor converted to his cause.
Oh, we have bluebirds in Michigan, yes. We're going to have more now that I've got this house.
Why do you have to have credit for it when you know it yourself? It's kind of like having something good and you want to share it with somebody else. I love to think 100 years from now, 1,000, that that bluebird out there will come down to my grave and pick up a bug. So I'm not here, but the bluebirds will be here.
The bluebird carries the sky on his back, row to row, and one man's devotion keeps them on Earth. Bob McNamara, CBS News, Bailey, North Carolina.
And that's the news from our world tonight. Bob Schieffer will be here tomorrow, followed later by Saturday night with Connie Chung. Connie will have the news Sunday before 60 Minutes. Harry Smith and Paula Zahn will be around Monday morning with CBS This Morning. Dan Rather for the CBS Evening News. I'll see you Monday. Good night.